Did I overstep by telling my best friend's ex-girlfriend that he frequently cheated on her? This happened approximately 4 years ago. My best friend, 26 male, who I, 27 male, have known for 12 years, went on a skiing trip with his student union. After a few drinks, he met a first-year university student, 23 female. He was in his last year and pair off with her for the night. He was clear that he was not interested in anything long-term, but she was hoping to convince him otherwise. Since he found her very attractive and with a lack of other alternatives, he pretended to be committed to her. From his point of view, since he never explicitly agreed to have an exclusive relationship with her, he was allowed to see other women, although he never really stated this. She, on the other hand, was dating with the impression that they were a real couple. After a few months, my friend attended a few student parties where he paired off with a few other girls. However, 1 year after their first encounter, he went to a dance festival, and during the night, he crossed paths with a woman who was out of her mind on pills. According to him, she had initiated the SEs, and he had no protection with him. Since this is a festival and showers are not readily available, he did not wash up. The day after this pair off, his girlfriend shows up and they have unprotected SEs in one of their tents. I found this behavior appalling, but did not really comment on it. He told this to only me and 2 other friends of his. After a while, his girlfriend started suspecting something fishy about his fidelity. Since she was worried he had been cheating on her for a longer time, she approached me with the argument that he would tell me almost anything, and I would know if he had been seeing other people. I told her I could not explicitly write all of this on a social media account, out of fear she might show him the messages as evidence later, and I would lose my friend. I told her to meet me in my apartment, where I would tell her everything face to face instead. I showed her the messages he sent me about his nightly affairs. She was heartbroken, but appreciated that I was honest with her. I was cheated on myself before, so I thought this was the right thing to do. After our meeting, she confronted him with this information and told him she had heard it from another person. They initially broke up, but ended up seeing each other again after a couple of weeks. Because of his infidelity, she told him he had to wear protection for a while, which he got extremely upset with. She apparently forgave him after he said that he will from now on fully commit to their relationship and keep it exclusive. Things went fine for another year and both of them seemed genuinely happy. Things started going sour after a while because of his financial behavior. Every time he picked her up, instead of her taking the bus, she had to pay his gas. When they went to a restaurant, he demanded them splitting the bill, even when she did not earn any money, yet because of her studies. He claimed it was equality after all. Her parents owned a vacation resort abroad, to which he was invited once for free. He wanted to make use of their bungalow during high season with a couple of friends, without paying any rent. Her parents mentioned that he did not have to pay the full price, but just show a sign of good gesture. He refused this, as he was their daughter's boyfriend after all. Eventually, his girlfriend broke up with him because of this behavior, and he did not fully recover from this until today. 2 years have passed since their breakup, and he has obsessively been looking for the person who ratted him out on the cheating, since according to him, this is a reason why his relationship ended. This morning I received a message that he has puzzled the pieces together and finally figured out that only I could have been the informant. He now claims that this was the deepest violation of his trust, and that this breach of privacy was the reason his relationship ended. I have not responded to this message and I probably won't either. I think my friend has not learned anything from his prior experience with cheating. The isolation during the quarantine probably makes him feel lonely, reminiscent of his relationship, and is looking for a scapegoat. I don't think his aha-lebness has helped him at all, other than hurt him even more. I don't know what to do or feel since I have known him for a very long time after all. As a girlfriend I would have wanted to know, so I don't think you overstepped, especially since her health was potentially at risk. I think you were just being a decent human being, something that your friend seems to know nothing about, using loopholes to justify his infidelity and still playing the part of a faithful boyfriend to someone who did nothing but hope for the best. He's a hypocrite to talk about equality after he had made the playing field so uneven before. And now that he's alone with his thoughts, having to face his true and ugly self, he's looking for someone to blame, so he can absolve himself of any responsibility. He's no friend. You are not wrong for doing what you did. You did the right thing. Why are you friends with this scoundrel? My question exactly. I'll lose my friend, who is a total piece of crap to their partner, just like I've been cheated on before. There are plenty of better people in this world to be friends with. I don't think you overstepped when she directly asked you. You're not under any obligation to lie for someone else. I would rather have my integrity than lie for someone cheating. I understand that point of view, but surely the third option was to opt out and ask not to be involved. You did overstep, and here's why. You did it in a sneaky, scary way. If that's how you felt, you should have had the courage to tell the person you call your friend. But you played both sides of the fence. If you're gonna have beliefs on what is right and wrong, stand up and say it with your chest, even if it means losing a friend. How was it scary? Sorry, regional slang. Cowardly. I agree. I would have told my friend how I felt about it, and would have told him I want you to tell her. If you don't, I will. That simple. Then your friend talks to his girlfriend and tells her you are jealous of what they got and will do anything to ruin their love. You simply don't understand how easy it is for dishonest people to outmaneuver honest people. Exactly. Given my previous altercations with him, I know what his type of response could be. A detailed monologue of blaming anyone for this situation except himself. That's okay by me, as long as I give my piece. I'll tell her she won't believe me, and that's okay. I did my part and my conscience is clear. His relationship didn't end because you ratted him out. It ended because he cheated. He just can't take responsibilities for his actions. You have shown integrity and character. He definitely is human trash. All this talk of betraying his trust as he cheats on his girlfriend? He demands loyalty from you while he has none for anyone else. You did right by her, now do right by him and admit you told her. He'll probably hate you, but he's not a loyal friend anyway, so you were being a decent person by telling her the truth. As for him, decide on whether you want to stay friends with him or not. But if he has no interest, you aren't losing anything by losing him, if it comes to that. Don't respond and let the friendship go. Your bud is a bad person. And whether or not you think his behavior repulses you, or that you could never see yourself doing the awful things he has done, your mere presence and support in his life while he's doing those bad things is an implicit cosign of his behavior. Count your losses and move on. In the real world, there are always conflicting of values. Is it more important to keep your friend's bad secret or to tell her ex post breakup that he cheated on her several times? If I were in your shoes, I would cut off the friendship who expects me to enable his bad behavior and asks me to keep it a secret. Then tell his ex what he had been doing all along. Worldwide comments of the day. Well, we can't say the husband got scot-free because he is going through a divorce now. Most people who cheat don't ever think about future consequences. They just think about the now. He will lose face in front of his family and lots of money. I don't think it was a good idea for the ex to look for compassion from the man she cheated on, but she did apologize in a failed attempt. If you ask me, OP needs to remember his ex was really selfish. It's strange when people hear you get revenge and get mad when you get petty revenge. The ex got punished. Yes, it was extreme, but sometimes people can't control that. OP's ex will never understand why he said what he said because of her selfishness. Because of this, he should not expect her to be friendly with him anymore at their job. You have complete control over yourself and your actions, but you have no control over the consequences or how someone will react to those actions. NTA, she only approached him because she needed sympathy after being shunned by everyone. She's an idiot for expecting that her ex-boyfriend, which she cheated on, would have any sympathy for her. She cheated and she walked herself into that conversation. What did she expect? How you feel is merely human nature. Do not feel guilty. You owe her nothing. Do not let her gaslight you. And you got a lot of the responses lying about how noble they are. Comma. Plus, he wasn't the one who did anything wrong. He has a right to his feelings. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe for more interesting and relatable Reddit videos.